Alright guys, in today's video, we make some progress on this car. So, if you guys don't know this car, this is my E36 1995 325i. Currently doesn't have an engine. It's got E46 control arms with a SLR mini kit. It's got Porsche front calipers. It actually has a non-M rear subframe. I think it has a 338 LSD in it. It's been to the drag strip a bunch. Here's videos of that. It used to have a M52 turbo in it. I finally killed it at the road course at High Plains. I think it was running lean at the top of fifth. I didn't think the fuel pump had enough to keep up at 30 psi in fifth gear. So we are starting. Actually, I can show you that engine. It is sitting right here. So it's got some non-Vanos pistons and rods sitting on it, but if you needed to see just right there, that little part that's missing, that is a melted piston. So I'm guessing it just ran lean to that. There was another cylinder that had like a little bit, but I'm not seeing which one it is right now. Yeah. So Jason is here. We made a deal a long time ago for an M3 purchase thing or something. He built a couple engines from me, and this was one of them. So this is an M52 out of a 1997 E39 528i. It was completely stock. As you can see inside, it's very clean. It was very well maintained.
It's a good motor.
Didn't really have any leaks. So we are not going to change the recipe really, and we're going to do it again. We guessed that car probably made between 600 and 700 horsepower. I'd like to make a little bit more this time, but this time we're not going to be running pump gas. We're gonna run it on E85, and yeah. So we're getting it torn down today. Jason's been working on it. You see the head just came off, and yeah, it might get put back. It's gonna get put back together in this video. I don't know if it's gonna get put back together today. Sounds like Jason might have something to go do, but just thought I'd give you a quick update that stuff is going down, and that car might be back sooner rather than later. Do an update on this car. This is the S52 E30 that I said would be the next thing that we work on. I'm still currently working on it. I'm just waiting for parts to show up. Need a fuel pump, and I still need to figure out how to get into the trunk. The key I have starts the ignition, but it doesn't open any of the doors. I need some more work, and I can't get a locksmith to come for a decent price. So I think I'm just gonna go get the title in my name, because I never did that, and just go to BMW and just get a new key cut. Because that car over there needs one too. So I'll just go get both titles in my name. We'll go do it, but then we'll start making videos on that again. But it's kind of just at a standstill till then. It needs a fuel pump set up, and I need to be able to get in the trunk. Like, I need to put a battery in it. I'm not going to drive with one just haphazardly under the hood. So I figured it's the first cold day. Well, I guess it was cold earlier this week too, but cold day that we're working in the shop, and we thought we'd start tearing stuff down. But this thing actually looks really good inside. I actually bought the car that this was in. It was a manual one too, so I got a ZF out of it, but it was smoking real bad, and I actually bought it from a dealer. I bought it from Glen Shelley, and Alex was pretty sure, Alex is the guy who owns Glen Shelley, that it had a broken ringland or something, and he didn't really do any research to do that. He didn't do any compression testing, he just assumed. And our assumption, which looks to be fairly correct, was that it just had a CCV problem, like a clogged PCV or something. Yeah.
Something. Separator.
Yeah, that separator was just, and then it was just dumping oil into the intake, because when Jason and I pulled it apart one night, I mean, this was years ago at this point now, the hose that went like right here, like into the intake, that bottom one, we took all that off and just pulled the boot off, and it was just filled with oil.
Yeah, dumped oil out.
So that was pretty much just it, sucking oil directly out of the head into the intake track, and that will cause smoke.
It's got pretty good cross hatching, a little bit of scuffing on the walls, but nothing crazy.
It's just, that's just ready for turbo-ness. It's just a little bit looser.
Send it.
So that's like really shiny there. It's like gold. But I'll share more as we go along. But yeah, it's a part.
It definitely doesn't look like it spent a lot of time in a car though.
I think it was like 150,000 miles.
Did you try to clean that off? No. It's just pretty clean. That's not too nasty.
Yeah, I feel like the turbo and stuff will clean that off pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Speaking of turbos, we what we're going to be running on that car, we're going to go back to the more budget friendly. If you guys remember, when that car died, it currently had an EFR on it, BorgWarner EFR 8374, and between the housing and stuff, that's almost a $3,000 turbo. That got stolen from our shop direct, so we unbolted it off the car at night out in the lot and stole it. So great times here. But when I originally got that car, they had one of these. It's a BorgWarner SXE. I think it's a 366 trim. I don't know this housing size. Don't think it's printed on it. Oh, it might actually be. Maybe a 0.91 AR. Maybe that's what that's supposed to be telling me right there. But this one is a divided T4. The turbo that was on it originally was great, but it was really laggy. Some of that could have been the gearing, because it had a 315 in it back then. And the manifold kind of sucked. So we're gonna be running a different manifold. We'll be sharing that with you, and this brand new divided T4. So we get it back to like the budget friendly side. So, because kind of having like a piece of shit car that's thrown together with nothing expensive, and then to have a $3,000 turbo on it kind of defeats the purpose of like a budget car, because turbos are definitely not things that last a very long time. So it's not really attainable to have be like, oh yeah, I just got this piece of shit. Don't mind this this $3,000 turbo here though. Anybody can just build this. You can just got $3,000 lying around to buy a consumable. So we're going back to I paid $600 for this turbo. It's never been on a car, but I bought it secondhand. So, but it should be pretty solid, and the exhaust housing, everything on it is exactly the same size, or like the flange size is exactly the same as what was on there before. Oh, never mind. We run a different exhaust manifold, so my downpipe will have to be modified. But anyway, I got peoples for that. But yeah, so we'll be back with more assembly. Hey guys, yeah. So after that clip, I recorded on the camera, the Sony A6500. This beginning of this video is still when Hamish was still making my videos and stuff for me. I don't know where this clip went. It's gone. So the next one clips to the camera dying, and I'm recording back on my phone. So I don't think you missed anything. For some context, the S50 that we're going to look at, the next thing, was the one in the black E36 M3. It was a 95. It was an S50. It was turbo. It had a bunch of the parts that we're going to be using on the engine for the white car now. And yeah, I blew it up after a day. Here's it didn't blow up after a day. It blew up after a day after I had it aggressively tuned, I should say. Here's a video of it the day we got it and took it for a test drive, and then shortly thereafter, I'll put a video up here of the day it was on the dyno, where it made some power. The dyno might have been reading a little wrong that day, but it was still a spicy car. Thanks. Back to the live action.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm going on Amazon.
Camera died. We're back. But yeah, if you see in there, she got pretty smoked. But anyway, this engine was built by our buddy Theron, and it did all right, but I killed it. But it has full S54 oil filter housing, so it has an oil cooler provision, and then this has an S54 oil pan as well, so it's a dual sump pan.
From the E36 traded in Arizona.
It is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now that oiling system is going on that engine to go on that car. We're improving the white
best
car.
of the best.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we're gonna use the harness from that one, so we can run flex fuel and stuff. And then we're still taking. This is the old engine from that car. I am currently making this in another video. So. You're good. You just keep walking.
Yes.
What size is it?
It's 18. So this is pretty cool, actually. Like as a car guy, I would hang this in my house.
Car.
Okay, I would hang this in my house.
Dude, that's an E34 size tire.
245 40s are not ZR, are 18. So there's no speed rating on it. This is just not.
It's a ZR. It's a Z-rated tire.
Oh, it does. I thought that was a slash. I don't see that well anymore. Okay, so it does say ZR, but like I'm not taking this 100 and what's the Z rating?
I
Is
think
that
it's
like 100?
lying. That does not look like 240 millimeters to me.
But also like 186 miles an hour on a clock.
I don't think Z's that high. I think that's W or Y rated.
No, I think Z is 186.
I don't know. Comment below. We're not going to look it up.
I'm confident. I'll bet you $100.
I'm not going to bet. Actually, I'll bet $100.
$100 that Z rating is 186 plus.
Okay.
186.
$100 bet.
All right.
186
Zach,
plus.
hold this so I can look it up because
We're
it's
gonna look
not.
it up right now.
All right.
Get it from Tire Rack.
I just could search it. I'm about to make $100, guys.
You're about to lose $100.
Z rated
Tire
speed
rating.
speed.
SPEED.
SPEED. That's how you spell
149 miles an hour. Now, do you want to know what 186 is? Let's see what a W rated speed tire is.
speed. All around me are
168?
place.
So here's the thing, if you're ever wondering what
And what's Y?
So this is what a really sad Jew looks like because I just lost $100.
Well, why doesn't I know there is one that is that fast.
I think it
though.
might be Y. Do I have to pay you?
Would you make me pay you?
Hand jobs are accepted.
No. Yo, I'll give you a hand job right now. It'll be better than the Asian lady in Vegas.
No, you're good, man. You bought a t-shirt today.
Oh man.
You buy a T-shirt, all bets.
No,
are
I don't
on.
want to be fucking.
Oh, you're Jude on camera.
No, because you know what? Yeah, if you had lost, I would want money from you. So
Okay.
I'm going to send you $100.
Oh, what an honest
I like
man.
it. It's a good day.
Fuck.
Yo, all Charger owners aren't that bad.
Well, this is on video, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what I would say.
He also owns an E46 M3 though, so
With
Is-
subframe crash.
is he a Charger owner?
I don't know.
You got Chase.
I can see
Chase,
Roger
yeah,
with
saying-
a Bluetooth in
I don't
his
have
ear.
quick pay.
You don't have Chase Quick Pay?
Right. Driving
And I
his
was trying to
M3.
set my Zelle up today because I changed banks and I didn't succeed. So if you Zelle me like everybody else has been Zelling me, I don't know if I actually ever get that money.
Okay, so I don't have enough money in Venmo to pay you,
Okay.
but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Roger doesn't have enough money.
Eat my ass, Zach.
that shelf like shit that sits there shelf, and then we'll know. Can you get there or too much shit in the way?
I'm filming.
Can I film?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What do we got? I mean, come on. People would much rather. Oh, I don't know what's happening.
I don't either, but I was
The
pointing
screen-
it.
the screen turned
I
off?
pointed it.
Covered it,
Oh.
so it thought you were looking through the viewfinder.
Oh, isn't that nifty?
So it takes the light out of your face.
What's up, Chris?
I learned that from Hamish.
No, you're looking super handsome today.
Thanks, man.
Very submissive and breedable.
Yeah.
Come on, put this on the internet.
Probably.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. I want to submiss and breed him.
Oh God. I'm going this way. Tell us something cool and masculine about cars.
Masculine.
Yeah.
Horsepower.
Horsepower?
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, horsepower.
He is a Duramax.
This is gonna make all of the horse powers.
Yep, that's what you want. Patina on the block.
But
That's where that you want.
Now, Chris, just for the sake of seriousness,
Yes.
because we're making technical videos now, because those do well. Okay. You're supposed to clean that before you put a new gasket on, right?
you would definitely want to wipe that down if you would like it to not.
What would you use to clean it?
Like a microfiber.
A microfiber? All right. What about like some of that, the soap, the good soap with the pumice in it? Would you use some of that?
I don't think I would use pumice soap to clean an engine block.
Okay, because I would. So that's something you would recommend against doing.
I mean, it's a finished surface, so you kind of want to. You don't want to add any grit to it.
Okay.
You could use like a little bit like a Scotch-Brite or something if you want.
Scotch-Brite.
Just like finely scuff it.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay. So that would be pretty cool. And what are we doing here?
So we're at the point of this is a bare engine assembly. We're not going to take anything on the front off. We're not going to reseal it because this is a on the cheap kind of build. You just see how much horsepower we can make. But we're going to put a little bit better mechanicals. So like what we just said, we're throwing the S54 hand pump and pickup setup and the S54 oil filter housing on this M52 B28.
All right. And then what's it going in and why?
Just the white car because I blew up the last engine.
Going in the white car because he blew the old one up. Okay. Well, that's super exciting.
Yeah, we're gonna get it back, and then we're gonna go race people that think they're fast, and we're gonna let them know. Are you gonna take a picture in the middle of the video? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know how to turn it off. I think this is the way to turn it off.
There you go.
All right, so this is the 1200 horsepower, 800 horsepower build.
We're finding parts of pistons here.
We're also finding the oil pump is a little clogged, notchy, which you don't want. But this has the S54 oiling system, which is pretty cool. Dual
Not
pickup.
anymore. We just got to remove these two last
Now
brackets.
yeah, he's tearing it down. Jason's tearing it down like a professional.
Oh yes.
Got the white gloves. It's a white glove kind of build here.
Yeah.
And this was in the black car, right?
Black M3.
Yes, the Arizona M3.
Here, point at me. The video of it on the dyno is right there.
Boop. He blew it up. I got a ride in it, and then
It blew up
was
like
really
10
fast.
minutes later.
And then Chris was like, "All right, I'm gonna go from stuff," and then it blew up.
But we knew. We kind of always knew it was on borrowed time. There was a lot of metal in the oil.
Yeah, he traded it knowing
It's
there was
looking
metal.
like the bolts that he did take out, he replaced. I don't know if you want to do the same thing because they are torqued to yield. And it shouldn't. We can probably get them at the dealership. But if we're going to be putting them on there, you got to decide if you want to use stock ones or if you just want
Those
to.
don't look like torque to yield bolts. Those look like high strength bolts. I guarantee you the stock ones are, but those ones look like other bolts. Let's pull them out and look at them because these ones are really, really light. We'll see if those are heavier.
Here's our engine expert showing up now to build this.
No. But those just look like bolts, and those don't look like BMW bolts.
I think they are.
Oh yeah, they say Ace Hardware on them.
Look like grade 10.9. I mean, I reused all of them in this one. This is an NA application. Yeah.
This is good for the video. I am. I'm not
Yeah,
Hamish.
it's like this.
All right, now the engine's spinning after Chris locked it up.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, she
You want to see her spin?
She spins. Wow. You just had to remove everything.
Yeah.
Where'd my beer go?
If anybody
I
needs,
stole it. I stole it and then dropped it and made a mess. It's over there.
Hey, Zach, over here.
Oh no, hey Zach, over here.
I'm working.
Where's my beer?
It's over there.
What?
How do you zoom in?
I don't know. I couldn't figure it out either.
It's right there. I dropped it. It's leaking.
I was like, wait, is this a sick joke?
All right. It's spinning.
Yes.
But I'm in the process of selling a bunch of junk that I don't need. So, if any of you guys need S50 cranks, I got 3 of them. So,
Always good to have.
message me, make an offer. I will sell them.
They're pretty much like 500 each, so get on them. That's a good deal.
Yeah, Zach dropped all of the beer.
Yeah, I dropped all the beer.
Don't look at me.
I did a good job.
Yeah. It gets a little stiff, but I'm sure that's the rod binding up on stuff.
Well, I don't think the rod's doing it.
Are you, man? Maybe the chain? Gosh.
I think there might be another piston that's not happy.
I think.
Usually when one's gone, it's another's not far.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Skeet, skeet.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to the video. You've already been here, but it's been a bit. So if you remember when the M52 stroker video came out, that motor has not been touched since then, and this is now, and we're getting back to this. This stuff's just been sitting in the background in videos. Jason's been busy, but we're getting to it. So where we're at now is we are taking apart this S54 oil pump to see what kind of carnage we find and if it is savable.
Okay, now I can pull this off.
Alright, I gotta steal some of that gear oil. I didn't need it before, I need it now.
All right.
Probably only need a bit of
Well, are you out over there, or you need to fill the thing up?
no, I used a quart and some, and I don't know how much more it takes.
Oh, we're looking okay.
Is it
Yeah.
this one?
I don't see
The
anything.
red line?
No, it is red line, but it's not that red line.
That looks
Oh,
okay.
there's like nothing in here.
Was there just a chunk in it?
There might be, yeah. Do you know how much quarts that takes, Chris?
Just over one.
Really? Oh, so it's probably close or good. Because it's definitely over one. I
Let's see if it happens on this side.
Okay. So there must have been something in there. And it is now dislodged. We got full spinning.
And it doesn't look like anything got into the actual gear.
No, it actually looks okay. You can definitely see some shavings up in this side, in that hole there.
Yeah.
But nothing huge.
I don't even know if we need to ultrasonic cleaner this.
Yeah, I'll just spray it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's all just big stuff. It's not like greasy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think that's enough to stop it from move. Well, it might be because it's such a fine.
Yeah. But I'm not seeing any like wear marks in here either.
No.
Oh, I see it's right there. See it?
Oh yeah. There it is.
Oh.
The chunk.
I see it. Focus thing. Right? It's right there. Look at it. There you go. Yeah. So we should be good. S54 oil pump.
Yeah, let me go grab
So
a can
what?
real quick.
I don't remember if Theron, he's the guy who built this motor originally, if this is an upgraded pump for this swap or if this is just a stock S54 pump. So I don't know if there's really a way to tell by looking at it either. But there's a chance this might be the vac pump that people put in their E36s. So that'd be cool if it is. If not, I'm sure it'll be just fine. All right, so we got her all back together. We greased her up, and check this out. Just kind of place that there. No more locking up. We're good. S54 pump back in business. So we're going to be reusing parts from the M52 that was in it. So there is the S52 head and cams. And then in this bin, we have our lifters and trays. So yeah, I think this thing's gonna kind of go together. All this extra stuff that's just sitting around, I think we're gonna end up keeping sitting around, so I can put it on that one because that one's also gonna be. Well, obviously it's a Vanos motor. Never mind. Ignore that. But whatever's left over from there is going to go on that. And then I still want to do the Turbo E36 cart with the Vanos or non-Vanos M50. So any other turbo stuff that we have that is the less nice stuff. We'll put whatever we have that's the best on there. Whatever's second best goes on that one. So this begins the process of musical engines. I think Hamish coined it many years ago, probably last year. But yeah, and hopefully a bunch of cars that don't have engines and the cart outside all end up with engines. But yeah. And if you guys watched a video a while ago and I showed a DCT sitting on the floor right there, that was Jason's DCT. And what are you doing with that DCT, Jason?
Well, eventually it's going to make its way into my blue car, and then I'm hoping that we get just lots of full boost shifting going on.
And if you don't know Jason's blue car, somewhere my finger is, it's links right there. The last time it ran was that day, and he wants to make it better than it was then. So that day exposed some of the tiredness in his 5-year-old motor build, and it was time to tear it down. And it was torn down soon after that, and it is still torn down, but it's going to be coming back soon.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Look at that. Pickups.
These are ready to go. We might want to change that O-ring. I think I have a whole set in the other side of the shop we can grab from.
Okay.
That pump is ready to go, so
Nice.
we can pull this block out and get that ready.
What do you think the best way is to clean this oil pan? Because I'm sure there's stuff that we can clean on the outside, but there's probably stuff down in that baffled area, no?
Yeah, I was probably just going to pressure wash it.
Okay.
But if we want to do it today, then
No, I'm in no rush.
Okay.
I'm wanting to do this the right way, not the expensive way, but also not the fast way.
yeah, I'd say I'll probably just bring it by the car wash on the way home, pressure wash it out, and then if that doesn't get it all, we can drop it off at Area Auto or something, have them put it in their tank.
So the only thing I was concerned about was...
But you can take off this, and you can see in the complete.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's all it was like, is the big chunks that are in the bottom.
Yeah, we'll just take that bottom piece off. There's a paper gasket there that we should replace, or RTV it'll work, but you can see into the whole underside of the pan with that.
Nice.
So
I always wondered what that circle was for, and that
Yeah.
makes sense.
it is like a screen too for the pickup tube, so that nothing big goes up into the
Oh,
motor.
that also makes sense, because I was like, why doesn't that one have a screen?
It's not no screen, but that's what that is inside there.
I'm learning about S54 stuff.
Yeah, it's nice having this like built-in oil baffle, because then you don't have to run the one that's on the motor, like that big
The winded
that-
straight
yeah, the
thing,
winded straight,
that
piece.
thing.
Yeah, you don't have to run that anymore. Which is nice when you're doing the main studs, because then you don't have to like trim that to fit your main studs in.
Ah. Sweet.
That was a pain when I was doing my S52.
So I think we're going to reuse the old DBO valve cover that Hamish painted with no prep work. So it's the right kind of ratty for what we need. So this is cool. We'll do this. And if this is all cleaned up, my mess, Jason's mess, both of our mess, we just end up with more clean space in here. So
Yeah.
this is also exciting. All right, we got the motor out of the corner, and just doing a little cleaning up of the surface. I would not recommend this to somebody else. For the main part that we are going to be using Cometic MLS gasket. So if you were going to do this the correct way, you would take your rotating assembly out, take that to the machine shop, have your block decked, and have your head decked, so you make sure you have a good mating surface. We're not going to do any of that. So we'll see what happens. All right. Block all cleaned up. Looks pretty good. There's a couple spots that are like a little pitted. But I think she's going to be fine. What's the big deal replacing the head gasket anyway? I do it all the time, right? So. All right, we're over on the other side now, and an update over here, just so you guys know. Will still works out of this space, but the dyno has actually moved to a shop called K-Series Parts. So yeah, it's over there, but we'll still things out. He was here all day today. But Jason and his family have taken over to the side as well. So he pulled them over here. He's making moves. So we have our brackets for our S54 oil pickup tubes, and he's torquing those main bolts back in. And look, we did this fucking oil pan. Did you take the bottom out too?
Yeah, we took that out. I had Cody
Oh yeah,
clean
there
up
it is.
for us, so.
The inside still needs a good wipe, but it's pretty
Like,
clean.
I mean,
It has residual.
compared to what we were looking at before, this
Yeah,
looks
now there's
completely
no
different.
Big chunks of, we took like massive chunks of metal out of it, so it was like completely full. It was like we tilted it up to drain the oil. And it's like ting, 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 all kinds of stuff falling down. So yeah, it's very clean now.
I killed that engine real good. Here's the video of it dying, if I can find it. I don't remember what video was the actual death of it, but I'll find it.
Looks like a bendy boy. Oh, it's aluminum.
Yeah, N52, N54 stuff. You don't want none of that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
slowly cleaning up the bits and pieces and getting it ready for reassembly.
So we're gonna make some moves. This is exciting. And I'd show you what's going on the other side of the door, but that's for another video. And it's pretty cool. But some things happened today. Actually, the video is gonna be after this one, so I don't know. We'll figure it all out. Anyway, I'm gonna leave, and we'll see how far Jason gets. I'm gonna be in tomorrow, but I don't know if you're gonna be in.
Most likely.
I'm gonna go to the Cars and Coffee in the morning.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow. Yeah, maybe Cars and Coffee. I know there's a meet we're going to Sunday, and then there's the gun show tomorrow. We're gonna try to check out.
Oh, the gun show.
Yeah.
All right, back for more. Jason's been knocking it out. We have the Cometic head gasket. I can't remember what's that. Was this a 140?
I think so.
Okay, 140 head gasket, probably. Torqued, ready to go with the ARPs. We got our cams sitting here, obviously not installed. We got some timing chain there-ish, but we're making moves. Brought the manifold over from over there. John at VIE made that. Yeah, this doing the little updates. Eventually, by the end of this video, this will be an engine, and it might even be in a car. Probably not. That'll probably be another video. But turbo car is coming back. All right. Last update of the day, but engine's upside down, but we're looking good. Oil filter housing on, oil pump on. Pan is about ready to go. I think he's going to replace the pan gasket, and yeah. Looking real good. Cams are all in and timed, and she is coming together. Pretty excited to have a Turbo E36 back. Ooh, zoom out. So, another day, more M52 build stuff, but Jason made some serious progress. As you can see, he's tightening on a manifold now. I have no idea where that's supposed to go, but I'm guessing it's not there. But we retained the old crappily painted DBO gold valve cover, so that's cool. Got our Rally Road fuel rail on. Got the intake or OBD1 intake manifold on it. This is the one that was on Theron's car that I had issues with the ports blowing out. But Jason thinks maybe I might have already fixed that because they look glued fairly well. So we'll see, and if they come out, we'll just glue them better. But we decided not to use the manifold that was already in the car because this one, if I can show you guys, it has like a lot of cool hoses, and then it's got a content sensor right there. It's already mounted in it, and like it was already set up, and it was nice, and it wasn't broken. It was just we blew the fittings out one time, but I think maybe I glued them and just didn't remember. And my goal this time is to not make 30 psi all the time. So it might not blow all the fittings out. But yeah, I don't know how much farther we're gonna go with this video. Like if it's gonna be me actually like starting to work on the car or what. But
I gotta put this thing in now.
Well, I'm gonna do that, but I just don't think. I don't know if it needs to all be in one video. But we did some reusing of gaskets and some new gaskets. So Jason,
It's mostly new at this point. I think you've got like No, I actually did get a new valve cover gasket because your other one, I just bought a kit, so it has all that new. We didn't change the front timing cover because it didn't come off, but everything else is new and sealed, so you shouldn't have any leaks or anything. So
Cool.
I'm confident.
I've never owned a BMW that doesn't leak, so I don't know about all this. But Jason is confident. His blue car didn't leak oil, and he had it turboed for 5 years. So we shall see. So we got our cool Innovate 4-bar map sensor right there that will go in.
Beautiful exhaust manifold.
Yeah, I mentioned that in that last clip, but John does really do some awesome work. It's got some sort of coating on it though. John doesn't do that, so I wonder what their input on it. But it looks good. Then our dual tile 38s, and we should be ripping. I don't really understand wastegate stuff too much, like when there's like multiple of them.
So with the dual, I think you have to hook up both the top and bottom ports just to get the control you want. But it's fairly simple. Just make sure you get the right diagram. There's a lot of like misleading diagrams out there.
Should we hook up water to them actually?
If you really want to, that'd be the baller move.
Yeah.
Keep them cool. But with the way that it's been driven and how it's reacted before, I don't think you really need them.
Yeah, I mean, it just had
Very
a single tile on it
Yeah.
before. So cool. So things are coming together. We have a clutch for it. We have pretty much all the stuff. Ooh, covers back on the S54
Everything's
fan.
sealed. Yeah, you need a filter and some oil, and
Yeah.
it's done. It's a four packs.
I sold all those ones. But
I have some OBD1 if that's what you were using. I'm not sure, but
does it matter on these? Is the stud reversed OBD1 to OBD2? Or are they
well,
the
this
same?
is an OBD1 harness.
Right, no, are the studs?
Oh, the OBD2, yeah. There's something different that you can't mount them easily.
Yeah, I think they're like split. I should have some.
Way back in the early days of BMW ownership, I got a set of used valve coils and modified them completely to fit my OBD2 valve cover. It's like the most waste of time ever, but I did it. Made 'em fit.
I should have a bunch like somewhere though, so I'm not too worried about that. I always just run stock coil packs. Jason has, hardcore new ones, but I never blew out spark at 30 psi, so I just think it's fine. But yeah, so nice little update on that. I think the last one will be, that's what it. End of the video will be like when this is a very complete thing. I don't even have a transmission for this right now. That's in another car that I have to pull out. So the end of the video will be when this is like fully dressed, looking good, about to go in the car. I guess I could put the engine in without a trans on it. Doesn't really matter.
If you wanted to.
It's got to go on a lift anyway to do stuff. So, and I got to find some engine mounts too.
I probably have a set at my house. We have enough used motors, blocks just sitting on the side of my house.
Sweet. I know I've gotten some from Raymond and just other random stuff and taken them off, and then I just don't know where they end up. I'm sure I have some, I just don't know where they are.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I slapped the turbo on her. I rolled her over here, and I think that's where we're gonna leave this one. Next video on this engine / the YD36 will be working on getting it in the car and working on the car in general. I don't have a transmission right now. I ended up selling the ZF that was in that car. I have another one, but it's in a car that's not at my shop, so I gotta get that pulled. But this is exciting. That car is fun, but this is exciting. Shop might look a little bit different. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video on why. Thanks for watching as always. Enjoy it. If you're watching this instead of watching the Super Bowl, cool. I'll be throwing like a rather large party here for my fantasy football league. And yeah, appreciate you guys.